Let me be very clear what you're about to hear, what you're about to see. So these two congressmen came there, along with the families, their attorneys, to come visit the people that had been detained by ICE in a facility. The family members are there with their attorneys to talk to their family member clients. What happened with ICE is they gassed those members of Congress, they locked them out, which is a violation of the rights of the people, of everyone that has been detained. If you were worried about January 6th, this would be sort of like if Marjorie Taylor Greene went to go see the people at January 6th. If she was gassed, and then they locked the doors and made certain that they could never enter. And nor could their attorneys come and see them. This is a violation of their constitutional rights. This is an area where, at least with me, where I'm at that real big feeling right now. Because if I was members of this family, oh, hell yeah, I would be going insane. I would be going totally freaking nuts. Because of what's happening. Those would be like my family members held by ICE, which I don't know if they've already sent them to El Salvador or wherever the hell they've sent them. And you're not allowing the attorney that my family has to go see them, nor are you allowing members of Congress who have the right to see them, but you unleash gas attacks against us and lock the doors. When it is their responsibility, when it comes to a member of Congress, to open those doors. This should be where 18 U.S.C. 242 is. ICE should be in prison. Everyone who was at that facility who locked those doors should have handcuffs put on them. 18 U.S.C. 242, you're denying their constitutional rights. The moment that a facility, because this also happened in New Jersey, but the moment one of these ICE detention facilities show up and LAPD walks into that facility and puts handcuffs on a couple of those agents under 18 U.S.C. 242 or the California equivalent, that will stop everywhere in the country. The moment that the ICE officers understand that when the Congress members show up and the attorneys of the family members show up and they want to be able to see their clients and check out their families and make certain that you are not violating their constitutional rights while they are in your custody, that if you don't do that, you go to jail. The moment that happens is the moment they will change. But they will never change until the clear path is made. ICE needs to leave Los Angeles because it does not know how to respect these people's rights. It does not know how to respect the congressional representatives of this city. It does not know how to respect the family members of whom they have detained or their lawyers. The hell with you people. Get the hell out. And before you leave, I want some of you guys in jail for 18 U.S.C. 242 for depriving the constitutional rights of the people of whom you have in their custody. Like, for example, their ability to speak with their attorneys and their ability to talk with their members of Congress if their members of Congress want to talk to them. It is not your responsibility to say no to that. It is your responsibility to say, yes, we will arrange that. Sons of a bitches.
Another member from the LA area, Luz Rivas.
Thank you, Congressman Gomez and my California colleagues. What Congressman Gomez, Torres, Correa, and I saw on Saturday and experienced while we visited the detention center in downtown Los Angeles was a stain on the values and on our country. Our communities are living in fear, and what they experienced this weekend was a crisis manufactured by Trump. It was unfortunate to watch what was happening. We were not let in. We were not allowed to fulfill our duty as Congress members to conduct oversight visits. And we met many families there that were, and attorneys of the detainees attempting to go in. And the way it was handled, even spraying some chemical agent at us, was horrible. Knowing that there were members of Congress outside of that detention center and they're willing to do that, imagine what they're willing to do to Americans. The protests that are happening in Los Angeles, like my colleagues have mentioned, we all condemn violence. We all condemn violence, but Los Angeles, I was born and raised in the city of Los Angeles. I still live in the city of Los Angeles. I have seen many, protests and unrest throughout my life. And this one is happening in like 3 small blocks in downtown Los Angeles. The images that we see on the media, of course, unfortunately, are people that are hijacking this for their own cause, but for the most part have been peaceful. The law enforcement of Los Angeles can handle this. There was no need to call in the National Guard. And
my colleagues, Representative Jimmy Gomez, Lou Correa, Luz Rivas, and I were illegally denied entry to inspect conditions and to receive a briefing as to the violent encounter that had occurred the night before. The conditions that we have been told that these migrants are being held under are nothing more than inhumane. President Trump's administration is escalating its anti-immigrant agenda in dangerous and unacceptable ways, from calls to mass deportations to the revival of family separation tactics, deploying the military on our streets. These conditions threaten the very fabric of our community. DHS and ICE are emboldened by this administration. They are operating outside of constitutional bounds. They are denying congressional oversight, using chemical agents against members of Congress, our staff, and targeting Latino neighborhoods with impunity. This is no longer about immigration policy. It is about human dignity and the rule of law. We are witnessing ICE ignoring federal laws designed to protect families. We are also seeing people going missing, families being torn apart, and even American citizens being wrongfully detained, caught up in the racial profiling.
I'm Congressmember Judy Chu from the Pasadena area of Los Angeles County. On Saturday, I got a call from advocates sick with worry about the fate of those arrested in the massive LA raids Friday. Family members and lawyers could not contact them. They did not know whether the detainees had food or medicine. Eyewitnesses had seen multiple vans taking detained immigrants from the Metropolitan Detention Center to the Adelanto Detention Center. They asked us, the members of Congress, to investigate, as is our right to do. So on Sunday morning, Congress members Gil Cisneros, Derek Tran, and I went to Adelanto to conduct our congressional oversight and ensure that these detainees were receiving due process. But as we pulled up to the front and were about to enter, ICE actually closed the chain link fences right in front of our eyes, locked the gates with chains, refusing to let us in. The law says that members of Congress can conduct oversight in any facility with detainees controlled by the Department of Homeland Security. But it is obvious that ICE and GEO, the private prison company of Adelanto, believe that they are above the law, and it is obvious that they have this attitude because Trump believes he is above the law.